As evening settled over the Scandinavian landscape, the Viking longhouse grew quiet. The crackle of the hearth replaced the noise of daily labor, and shadows stretched across timber walls blackened by years of smoke. In these hours after sunset, the Norse people entered a relationship with sleep that modern science now suggests may have been among the healthiest in human history. While people today struggle with insomnia, artificial lighting, and rigid schedules, the Vikings lived in near total alignment with natural rhythms. Their sleep was not something they forced or measured. It was something that unfolded naturally, shaped by darkness, daylight, climate, and culture. Despite their reputation as warriors and raiders, the evidence suggests that Viking-age Scandinavians were remarkably well-rested. Archaeological findings from Scandinavia, Iceland, and Norse settlements across the British Isles reveal a society deeply attuned to natural cycles. Unlike the modern obsession with uninterrupted sleep, the Vikings practiced a segmented or bifurcated sleep pattern that matched human biology far more closely than modern routines. Old Norse literature provides subtle clues to this pattern. The sagas frequently describe people falling asleep shortly after darkness and then waking naturally in the middle of the night. This waking period was not considered a problem or disorder. It was an expected and productive part of the night. After some quiet activity, people would return to rest until dawn. Archaeology supports these accounts. Viking longhouses were designed around a central hearth that remained active throughout the night. Fire remains show evidence of maintenance during late hours, suggesting people were awake, moving, and tending the household between sleep periods. A typical winter night likely followed a gentle rhythm. After sunset, families gathered by the fire, sharing food, conversation, and stories. As darkness deepened, they lay down for their first sleep. Several hours later, many woke naturally. This quiet interval was used to tend the fire, check livestock, talk softly, perform rituals, or reflect. Afterward, they returned to sleep until morning. Modern sleep science increasingly recognizes this pattern as deeply natural. Research into pre-industrial societies shows that humans tend to experience a period of wakefulness several hours after falling asleep when not influenced by artificial light. During this time, the body releases hormones associated with calm and well-being, rather than stress. For people living at northern latitudes, this pattern was especially practical. Winter nights could last most of the day. Attempting to sleep continuously through such long darkness would have been biologically difficult. Dividing the night into segments made the darkness manageable while still allowing deep rest. Seasonal changes strongly influenced Viking sleep. In summer, extended daylight compressed sleep into shorter periods. Sagas occasionally mention difficulty sleeping during the nightless weeks of midsummer. In winter, darkness expanded sleep, though still in segmented form. Homes were designed to conserve heat and create sheltered, quiet environments ideal for long rest. The waking hours between sleeps were not wasted time. These moments were used for crafts, spinning wool, repairing tools, and quiet work by firelight. Storytelling likely flourished during these hours, when minds were calm and families gathered closely. Some religious practices may also have occurred at this liminal time, when night stood between one day and the next. Intimacy between couples naturally fit into this rhythm, as did security. In uncertain times, waking during the night allowed households to remain alert without sacrificing rest. Darkness itself played a crucial role in Viking sleep. Their homes had few windows, and light sources were dim and warm. Fires, oil lamps, and candles produced low levels of yellow-red light that did not disrupt biological rhythms. Unlike modern lighting, these sources did not suppress melatonin, the hormone essential for deep sleep. True darkness filled Viking homes during sleeping hours. Even moonlit nights offered far less illumination than modern bedrooms. Modern research confirms that such darkness is ideal for restorative sleep, yet it is something most people today rarely experience. The Vikings also adapted to seasonal light extremes. Heavy wool hangings, turf walls, and sleeping spaces built into thick structures helped block summer light. There is evidence that Vikings were aware of lunar cycles and adjusted activities accordingly, noting that full moons sometimes brought lighter sleep. Sleep was also communal. Archaeological excavations consistently show shared sleeping platforms along the walls of longhouses. Families slept together in the same space, arranged by status and warmth. This arrangement increased safety and reduced anxiety. Someone was always nearby to wake if danger approached. Modern research supports the benefits of communal sleep. Humans sleep more deeply when they feel secure, and the presence of trusted others reduces vigilance and stress. Viking children likely benefited especially from this closeness, developing healthy sleep patterns reinforced by safety and routine. Privacy was managed through subtle means. Curtains, textile dividers, and enclosed bed structures provided semi-private spaces. The natural waking period between sleeps also created opportunities for solitude and intimacy. Viking bedding itself reflected practical wisdom. Raised wooden platforms kept sleepers off damp ground. Layers of straw, wool, and animal furs created firm but responsive sleeping surfaces. Modern sleep science increasingly suggests that such materials offer better spinal support and temperature regulation than many modern mattresses. Straw provided breathability and flexibility. Wool insulated even when damp and resisted bacterial growth. Animal furs regulated body temperature, wicking moisture while retaining warmth. Bedding was changed seasonally, reducing allergens and maintaining cleanliness. Head support was firm rather than soft. Archaeological finds suggest small wool or leather cushions stuffed with natural materials. Modern research indicates that firmer pillows often promote better neck alignment than overly soft ones. Viking sleep was further supported by herbal knowledge. Archaeological remains and later medical texts indicate widespread use of plants with sedative properties. Valerian, hops, linden flowers, chamomile, and lavender were known for calming effects that modern science has largely confirmed. These herbs were prepared as teas, tinctures, or aromatic smoke. Some may have been placed into bedding or burned gently in the hearth. Healing practices often included ritual elements, enhancing psychological comfort alongside physical effects. Importantly, these remedies were used within an environment already optimized for sleep. Unlike modern sleep aids that attempt to override poor habits, Viking remedies complemented natural rhythms, darkness, physical labor, and quiet evenings. Diet also played a role. Vikings typically ate their final substantial meal hours before sleep. This allowed digestion to settle before rest, a practice modern research links to improved sleep quality. Their diet was rich in protein, providing nutrients essential for serotonin and melatonin production. All these elements work together. Natural light cycles. Darkness. Segmented sleep. Communal safety. Physical labor. Herbal knowledge. Thoughtful diet. The Viking approach to sleep was not primitive. It was deeply adaptive. Over time, artificial lighting, industrial schedules, and private bedrooms reshaped human sleep. In the process, many of the conditions that once supported deep, restorative rest were lost. The evidence suggests that Viking-age people, despite harsh lives and dangerous environments, may have enjoyed sleep of a quality many modern humans rarely experience. Their rest was not forced, measured, or optimized by technology. It flowed naturally from the way they lived. When it comes to sleep, the Norse did not merely endure the night. They understood it. And in doing so, they may have mastered something we are still trying to recover.